Hello and welcome to this video. I'm Brandon Powell, founder and CEO of Mastermind Marketing Incorporated, where we help you make more money through automation. In this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you the system I use to go from where I was to where I wanted to be in the shortest amount of time possible. And that is to rapidly change your life for the better and find a direction and a meaning to your life that you might not have right now. Okay, the first part of this is you need to find your driving force. You need to understand your ultimate vision for life. What is it? If you don't have it, sit down and think about how your average perfect day would be. What would you do? Okay, not this extravagant jet setting all around the world, unless that's your average perfect day. I'm talking about just how do you want your everyday life to be? What would your perfect average day look like? If you're not living it right now, then what do you need to do to change it? What would it be? Regardless of income, regardless of resources, you need to sit down and think about this, because you'll see that the financing and the resources can be acquired. No matter what your situation is in life right now, it can be acquired. You can move forward. Okay, you just need to figure out what it is that your vision is for your life. What do you want to do? Do you want to go back to school and become a doctor? Do you want to own your own business? Do you want to be the highest paid mother at the bus stop, like a friend of mine, through multi-level marketing? She started off as a secretary making $15,000 a year, and now she makes $65,000 a month because she had a vision. She knew what she wanted. And that's the difference between most people and the successful people in life that are happy with their life. Most unsuccessful and unhappy people don't know what they want. And that's truly the only true stopping block in life, is when you don't know what you want, you can't map a way of getting there. If I told you to go somewhere and be there, and that's all I told you, go somewhere and be there, and you have 24 hours to get there, what's your first question? Go where? Where is it that I'm going? Because you can't map anything, you can't plan anything unless you know where you're going. If I said, okay, go from New York to Los Angeles, and you have a week to get there, money's not an issue. You have a gas card that has unlimited cash on it, so you can get food and drink and do whatever you need to do along the way. But you have a week to get there to Los Angeles. You could do it because you could sit down on a map, or in today's day and age, punch it in the GPS and get from New York to Los Angeles within a week. But the only difference between the first part of this and the second part is, the first part I just said go there and be there, get there. But you didn't know where it was. Second part is you had a goal. You knew exactly where you're going. So your goal right now is to figure out your ultimate vision for life. And that'll tell you where you want to be. And that will enable you then to figure out your identity. What do you identify with? Who are you? So that you can get from where you are to your vision for your life, consistent with who you are and what you want. Okay, what's your values? What are your rules? Okay, are you going to get there by working harder doing what you're doing now, or are you going to try something different? Are you planning to just double your efforts? What do you value in life? What's more important to you? A lot of money or being a good person? Because that'll dictate how you get to where you're going. If you value money over being a good person, you're more than likely capable of taking unscrupulous steps to get where you are at, where you want to be. Okay. If you're a good person and you value being kind and good over money, you're going to do the right things 9 times out of 10. Not that the other person, I'm saying, if that's you, you're going to be bad, you're going to be a criminal. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that your values dictate how you act and dictate the rules you have for your life. So figure out what they are. What is your driving values and rules for your life? What is your ultimate purpose? Do you want to help people? Do you want to just be rich? What is your ultimate purpose? Do you want to be rich and help people? Figure that out. Because if you don't understand you can't move forward. What is your code of conduct? How do you conduct yourself when you're stressed? How do you conduct yourself when you're happy? How do you treat others? What is your code of conduct when other people do things to you, good or bad? Understand yourself, and then you will better understand how to get from where you are to where you want to be. What are your passions? You can build a life around your passions. You can live a life of passion. It's just a matter of a choice. And when you're going after your ultimate vision for your life and you're consistent with your identity, consistent with your values and rules, consistent with the ultimate purpose in your life, and your code of conduct all mesh with your passions, it propels you forward almost effortlessly. And it's exciting to get up every day. Monday is no different than Friday. Okay, so what you do now is once you understand that, you figure out your areas of management. Let's say you wanted to be a web developer and you did not have any web development experience. Okay, so you take this and your master categories of improvement for your professional life. Okay, you'll also do this for your personal life. Let's say the first one is you learn HTML5, which is the staple for online websites. Second is learn CSS3, which is the styling for your HTML5 website. It's what makes it look good. The images, the text, everything. Learn PHP so that you can connect your website to a database, pull information from it. Learn MySQL so that you can sort and query and pull out of the database the information that you need, but you can also put new information into the database. And learn JavaScript so that you can do pop-ups and special things on the website that CSS and HTML5 cannot. And then once you have that done for each one of these 5, write out your ultimate vision. What do you want to be able to do? At the end of this year, do you want to be able to just understand HTML5, or do you want to be able to actually write out and create a very beautiful, very well structured HTML document or website with all the aside codes, the section codes, all that properly utilized? Same thing with CSS3, same thing with PHP, MySQL, and JavaScript. What is it that you want to do? What's your ultimate vision? Do you want to create a data-driven website by the end of this year? Same thing with your ultimate purpose. Why do you want to do all this? Do you want to do it because you want to create the best-looking personal website out there for your family, or do you want to do it to make money and become a web developer, whether it be for a corporation or a freelance, or start your own web design company? And what is your one-year outcomes? You need to plan out all this stuff. You need to think about it. What is it? Put it on paper, because if it's not on paper, it's not real. If it's not scheduled, it's not real. Write this out, And then you do the same, like I said, for your personal life. And then you break that down into your quarterly outcomes. What is it that you need to do every quarter? Like in this case, first quarter project, learn HTML, schedule 1 hour on my calendar every Monday through Friday, which is jumping to the next section where it's weekly scheduling and then daily scheduling. But this is what you do. And then the outcome would be from this studying is at the end of your first quarter that you can create an HTML5 document. If somebody hands you information on a sheet of paper or whatever, however they give it to you, and you can structure it in an HTML5 document that makes sense not only for web browsers, but for search engines and other reading devices. Okay, that's your quarterly outcome. I want to learn HTML5. Same thing for the second quarter, learn CSS. Then after the second quarter, now you can create not only an HTML5 document, but you can also make the CSS to make that website look good, make it look great, and make it mobile friendly. Okay, so it will view the same on a mobile device, like your handheld device, as it would a desktop. It'll be perfectly sized and all the information perfectly placed for readability. Okay, and that's what you do for each of your professional and personal goals on those categories. You plan out what you want to accomplish each quarter, and then you take those quarterly outcomes and you map them down to the week. Okay. And then weekly, you break those down into daily goals. Okay, what do you need to do every week to reach your quarterly goals? And then you break those down into your daily goals. What do you need to do every day to reach your weekly goal? And if you reach your weekly goal every week, guess what? Now you've reached your quarterly goal. And if you reach your quarterly goals every quarter, guess what? You've met your yearly goals. Okay, so you take those daily goals and you schedule them in block time, committed block time on your calendar every day. The same time every day. You schedule like an hour in the morning and an hour in the evening before you go to bed where you're sitting down and you're studying this stuff, the HTML, or you're exercising. Because if it's your goal to get in shape, you're exercising. You're studying in the morning how to eat better, how to cook better, how to make healthy foods, and in the evening you're exercising, or vice versa. Okay, and this committed block time is what's going to move you daily towards your goals and make it so that you're never overwhelmed. It's just simply going to be wake up, follow the script. Wake up, follow the script. Wake up, follow the script. And it becomes unconscious, like you're doing right now with your job, where you wake up and you go to work and you come home and you clean your house and you make dinner and you do what you do every day. It's the same thing. This is going to make your life the same thing over and over and over again. But the difference is you've actually got committed block time in your daily schedule to take you from where you are right now to where you want to be, to move your life in the direction you want it to go, not just being stagnant on a hamster wheel. The hamster wheel you're getting into with this is one that moves. It's a vehicle. It's not stationary. That's the huge difference. So you're already doing what this program is going to help you do. The only difference is right now what you're doing is not moving you in the direction you want it to go, because you're not doing anything different to move you in that direction. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut this off. It's getting a little bit long. In the next video, I'm going to show you the second part of this series, this system that reinforces the first part. Okay. So I'm going to let you go for now. I will see you in the next video. If you have any questions, leave a comment below, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. Okay? Thank you. Bye.